gotten to the end of green card application season, and many opportunities are ahead of us, and it's you to know which ones to pursue in the year 2023 and 2024 and beyond. So don't put all your eggs in one basket waiting for the green card results, but you should also be looking for other opportunities with which you can go to the country you want to migrate to. So in this video, I want to show you the different immigration pathways which you can use instead of just waiting for the green card, because you need to bear in mind that the green card lottery is just a lottery, and a lottery you cannot put all your hopes and aspirations to it, because you might be selected or not. And for sure, only 50,000 people worldwide get the chance to be selected for the green card lottery. And if you are not among the 50,000 who will be selected, you should also be pursuing the other immigration pathways. And I've listed them in this short video, whereby I want to show you the ones you can pursue in this year. So the first one is the student visa, and the student visa is one of the easiest and shortest pathways to get to the country of your dreams. So let's say, for example, you want to immigrate to the United States of America, and you want to use the student visa. And for this case, let me assure you, the student visa does not matter your age. You might be 40, 50 years old and also pursue this visa. So I've done videos whereby I've shown you the different ways you can get funding for your student visa once you get admission. And the one I'll do it and attach it in the description of this video is called 8B. You will see the link. You'll be able to create an account, and you can now get funding once you get admission in eligible institutions of learning. So let's embark. The student visa is one of the ways which many people have been using to get to the United States and also Canada and also the UK. But in this case, let me reiterate that Canada is one of the countries which will give you a student visa on top of you getting a resident permit, because Canada allows you to also immigrate together with your family once you get a student visa. For the US, you can proceed alone, then your family, you can apply for them to join you later, maybe after 1 year, after you're settled, they can join you in the United States on a student visa. So the student visa, make sure that you pursue that. Look for colleges which are easy to get, easy to apply, and also try the many community colleges we have, so that you get admission in those colleges. But for funding, I usually say that if you are looking for to be funded to study in the US or Canada by any institution, be it Empower, be it 8B, be it whichever institution which will fund you to study in those countries, you need to look for universities which are accredited or recognized. So that is why I say look for universities which have a recognized name, like the Oxford. There are so many universities, I might not be able to list them in this video. The other visa I want to talk about is the visit visa. And these I usually talk about it together with the tourist visa, because these are two very similar kinds of visas. So for you to get a visit visa to the US or Canada, you don't necessarily need anyone to invite you, because many people have been coming to my DMs telling me, Jackson, I just lack someone to invite me to go to study in the US. So because I don't have anyone to invite me, I'm not able to pursue that option. So let me give you a quick example. Let's say you are in the engineering field, and you apply for a conference in Canada which is related to engineering or to whichever field you are. You will be able to visit Canada using that kind of invitation from this organization, which is holding this seminar or conference. So look for conferences, and there are so many websites whereby you can look for conferences. There is one I usually give an example of, which is called allconferences.org. It has different what do we call them, conferences related to different fields. So let's say you are in whichever field, IT, education, engineering, law. There are so many conferences happening throughout the world, and you just need to look for one and apply for it. So let's get back. The visit visa. There are so many ways. You can also get your relatives to invite you if you have a relative in that particular country you want to visit, and then they can show that they will be supporting you. But otherwise, I know so many people lack someone to invite them and support them. So if you have a good bank statement, and I usually say a bank statement, you can get it from, there are different ways anyway of getting a bank statement. So you just need to use your brain and get a bank statement, which will show that you're able to support yourself while on this visit or tourist visa. And there are different countries you can visit, be it Canada, be it the USA, countries in Europe. There is what we call the Schengen visa, and we've talked about this Schengen visa in this channel. So you can also look for that Schengen visa, which allows you to visit over 26 countries in Europe, and you'll be at liberty to go to each and every country in that continent. So the visit visa, you can go as a tourist, as someone attending a conference, as someone visiting a friend, as person visiting whatever. You can also claim to want to go to Disneyland, for example, and you want to take your children there to go and see what happens in Disneyland, and that will allow you to visit, for example, the US or Canada. The other one which I usually talk about is the spousal sponsorship visa. It has different names in different countries, but let's just call it the spousal sponsorship visa. So let's say, for example, your spouse lives in Canada. They can invite you to get to Canada and visit Canada through the spousal sponsorship. However, this one takes a longer period of time, but it's a more permanent kind of visa when it's compared with the visit visas. So if you have a spouse, a fiancé, it's a lengthy process, but you can start it from anywhere. But make sure that you have all the legal required documents for you to be able to apply for a spousal sponsorship. And I usually say, for those people who are young, you can look for spouses. It's not bad for you to look for spouses in different countries, and this widens your ability to visit different countries and your ability to get stronger passports. And I usually say there are passports, there's what we call passport privilege. So you can get passport privilege by getting a stronger passport. For example, the British passport, the Canadian passport, the US passport. Those passports are very powerful because you can visit many countries using these types of passports. So I know things are getting harder and harder. For example, for those people who listen to this channel from Kenya, they know getting a passport is getting more and more expensive. Getting also a marriage certificate, getting an ID is becoming more and more expensive. But the best thing you should do right now, just take action, because things usually get harder and harder, and there is no time they get easier. So just apply for that passport, apply for that visa before things change. Also, the embassies, sometimes they review and revise their visa fees. So take advantage when you can, and if you have the fees to get and to apply for these things before they change. So basically, that is what I wanted to tell you, because we are done with the season for the green cards. It's a good thing most people applied, and we are glad that we applied for so many people. We are praying and hoping that all goes well. But if it doesn't, and again, let me reiterate, don't put all your hopes in the green card. Look for different opportunities, different pathways, which we usually talk about in this channel, including also the au pair program, which again allows young people between the ages of 17 to around 26 to be able to get to countries maybe in Europe, whereby they get to do what we call cultural and language exchange programs with the students or pupils in those countries. So make sure that you stay tuned to this channel, make sure that you subscribe, make sure that you share this video, and just do a comment. You can tell me, Jackson, thank you, then we can push this channel further and further. Thank you very much, and let's hope for the best for the year 2024, because that is where we are heading. Thank you very much.